May 26, 2025, a day that changed the auto industry forever. It started like any other, but by sunset the world's carmakers were scrambling to respond to a seismic shift. BYD, the Chinese EV giant, didn't just cut prices, they launched a revolution that sent shockwaves through the global market. Their new trade-in incentive covered over 20 models, an all-out assault on the market that left competitors reeling. The message was clear, the game had changed, and the rules were being rewritten in real time. Overnight, prices dropped to levels no one thought possible. The shock was immediate, and the impact was global. The BYD Seagull hatchback, a city-friendly EV, now costs just 55,800 yuan, about $7,765. Suddenly, electric cars were within reach for millions more people. A brand new electric car for under $8,000. For many families, this was a dream come true, mobility, status, and sustainability, all at a price never seen before. This wasn't just a discount, it was a declaration of war. BYD was making a statement that echoed far beyond China's borders. BYD dared every automaker, compete or get out of the way. The gauntlet was thrown down for the entire industry. They used their scale, battery control, and manufacturing power to make EVs truly affordable, leveraging every advantage they'd built over years of relentless innovation. For years, high EV prices kept families out. BYD smashed that barrier, opening the door to a new era of mass electric mobility. Suddenly the future of driving was electric and cheap. But at what cost? The industry was about to find out. The timing was ruthless. The global auto industry was already struggling with supply chain chaos and the expensive shift to EVs. And now, a new crisis was unfolding. Many companies were just catching up, then BYD pulled the rug out, leaving rivals scrambling to respond to the new reality. It was a calculated squeeze on competitors, both in China and worldwide. No market was safe from the ripple effects. Automakers now faced a brutal choice: slash prices and risk losses, or watch BYD take over. The pressure was on, and the stakes were enormous. The stakes had never been higher. The future of entire companies, and perhaps the industry itself, hung in the balance. The world's automakers were on notice. Every boardroom, every factory, every showroom was bracing for what came next. The battle for the future of the automobile had just begun. Innovation, speed, and bold decisions would decide who survived. And no one could afford to sit on the sidelines. The race was on, and the world was watching. The market's reaction was instant: panic. In a matter of minutes, the mood on trading floors shifted from cautious optimism to outright fear as investors scrambled to make sense of the news. Stock exchanges plunged into red the day BYD made its move, with ticker boards lighting up in crimson across the world's financial capitals. Even BYD's own stock dropped 8.6%, a sign of the fear gripping investors. The shock wasn't limited to competitors. Everyone was caught off guard. Rivals suffered worse. Geely fell 9.5%, sending shockwaves through the Chinese auto sector. And startups like NIO and Leapmotor saw shares tumble up to 8.5%. The entire EV ecosystem was suddenly in turmoil. Billions in value vanished in hours, erasing months of gains and leaving portfolios in tatters. The message was clear: in a world of ultra-cheap EVs, many companies might not survive. The stakes had never been higher. The fear spread globally. Executives from Detroit to Tokyo scrambled to respond, holding emergency meetings late into the night. Their plans and profit forecasts were suddenly obsolete. Decades of strategy were upended in a single day. How could they compete with a new EV cheaper than a used gas car? The rules of the game had changed overnight. BYD's move made $40,000 EVs look absurd, forcing consumers and automakers alike to rethink what an electric car should cost. Automakers faced grim options: match BYD's prices and bleed cash, or risk losing their place in the market entirely. Some considered retreating to the luxury market, abandoning the mass market dream that had driven years of investment. Many were already losing money on EVs. Deeper cuts could mean bankruptcy. The trap was set, and the industry was on edge. BYD had cornered the market, and the panic was just beginning. The shockwave was only the start of a much larger upheaval. The industry was bracing for a long, brutal fight, with jobs, reputations, and entire companies hanging in the balance. The future of the global auto sector was suddenly up for grabs, and no one knew who would emerge on top. In the chaos of a rapidly changing auto industry, where uncertainty and fierce competition have become the new normal, Ford decided to fight back, determined not to be left behind as the world shifted toward electrification. In August 2025, CEO Jim Farley took the stage and announced what he called Ford's Model T moment, a bold declaration that echoed the company's historic legacy of innovation. Ford would invest $2 billion to completely overhaul its Louisville plant, transforming it into a state-of-the-art facility for the electric age. The ambitious goal, to create an affordable electric truck for the masses, with a starting price around $30,000, making EVs accessible to more people than ever before. Production is set to begin in 2027, positioning Ford to directly challenge industry giants like BYD and Tesla in the global EV market. Ford's new midsize truck will be built on a cutting-edge third-generation EV platform, developed by a secretive, agile team of engineers working behind closed doors. This innovative platform could give rise to an entire family of affordable EVs, including crossovers and compact cars, expanding Ford's electric lineup for a new generation of drivers. Ford is betting big that Americans still want a tough, reliable, and affordable electric truck, one that fits their lifestyles and budgets. To make this vision a reality, Ford is revolutionizing its manufacturing process with a branched assembly line and a universal electrical platform, aiming for efficiency and flexibility. The new truck will feature a smaller, more efficient battery, using 1/3 less material, yet still delivering an impressive 300 miles of range. Clever features include a spacious frunk and the remarkable ability to power your house for up to 6 days during emergencies or blackouts. This isn't just about hitting a lower price point, it's about building a smarter, more capable truck that redefines what an EV can be for everyday Americans. Ford is making a massive gamble, but if it pays off, the company could secure industry leadership for the next century. The stakes have never been higher. The race for the affordable EV is officially on, and Ford is determined to lead the charge into this new era of transportation. BYD's price war has turned the Chinese auto industry into a battlefield. Companies are slashing prices so deeply, survival is at risk. Great Wall Motors CEO warned the industry is now unhealthy. Bankruptcies could be looming. The fear quality and safety are being sacrificed for lower prices. Some cars are now 100,000 yuan cheaper. How is that possible without cutting corners? The crisis is squeezing suppliers, delaying payments, and threatening the entire supply chain. If suppliers fail, the whole industry could grind to a halt. Workers face layoffs, wage cuts, and automation. The EV revolution's promise of green jobs is being replaced by a fight for survival. The dream of affordable EVs is colliding with harsh economic reality. The Chinese government is alarmed by the chaos. In May 2025, state planners warned against excessive competition. The fear companies selling cars below cost, driving rivals out, then raising prices. The government may intervene, setting minimum prices, investigating anti-competitive practices, or forcing mergers. China wants to lead in EVs, but not at the cost of industry collapse. For global automakers, intervention could stabilize the market, or give Chinese firms an unfair edge. The world is watching Beijing's next move. The future of the global auto industry hangs in the balance. Despite the turmoil, demand for EVs keeps rising. Global sales jumped 25% in 2024. Even the US saw solid growth. The price war is fueled by the race to dominate this booming market. Every automaker wants to be the Model T of the electric age. But explosive growth and brutal price cuts create volatility. Supply chains are strained and artificially low prices could hide real costs. For buyers, it's a dream: cheaper, cleaner cars. But beware, low prices may mean lower quality or companies that won't last. The EV market stands at a crossroads, golden age or massive shakeout. The next chapter will define the future of transportation. What does this mean for you, the companies and workers? For buyers, EVs are more affordable than ever, a win for families and the environment. But bargain prices could mean risks, lower quality, safety concerns, or companies that disappear. Car companies face a do-or-die moment: innovate or vanish. Expect more bankruptcies, mergers, and a new generation of winners. For workers, the transition is uncertain: job losses in old roles, new opportunities in tech and batteries. Governments and companies must help workers adapt. the auto price war is still unfolding. It's a story of risk and reward, peril and promise. The way we move is about to change, forever.